Welcome back, Gamer Nation. SKS here with another episode of Law & Order Legacies. We're on Resolution, the last episode. Allison, oh my god, Allison just tells us shit and shit and shit. Oh, hot dogs.
No one knows where Franklin is.
And no one will talk to us about the Central
Fontana
Park case.
knows.
You know, at this point, I'm thinking we should look at Franklin for that one, too.
What?
How else would he know so much about it? It's the simplest explanation, Curtis. He killed his brother over a girl. Don't tell me you haven't seen that one a million times.
Yeah, I have. And while you might kill your brother over a lot of things, you don't hire a hitman to do it.
Maybe if you'd never gotten your hands dirty doing anything else in life. So,
Are those
Allison
beer cans
never
back
saw
there?
her attacker?
Her memory comes and goes. Plus, CSU told us that she was lying face down when she was shot.
How are we gonna break this? What would Lennie have done?
Make his terrible
Please.
joke.
You'd go back and re-interview everyone again.
Old school.
Yeah, you know what? I just thought of someone who might be motivated to talk to us now. Mickey Trevino.
Mickey
Right.
Trevino.
He's probably getting sick of prison. Maybe he wants to deal.
Who is
Mickey
this?
Trevino. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to come visit us.
Detective Curtis. Always
Oh.
a pleasure.
I got some more questions for you, Mickey.
About Pop, I can turn right around and leave then, because I got nothing to say.
What about your connection to a certain 9mm? What about a guy named Frank Vincenzo Jr.?
Depends, but I don't do favors. So we talking some kind of deal here?
Depends. What do you got for me?
Ask away.
We just asked you a question, Dick.
Did you know Frank Vincenzo Jr. personally?
Sure, I know him. He lived in the building.
Ooh. I don't know how we know this is true. I'm going. Logan said Vincio murdered prostitutes in that same video. Van Buren had a list of tenants, including Mickey and Frank. Stashed a gun in the hayvac. Benny and Curtis have... A list of tenants seems like it would be sound information. Yes! That was totally a guess. Oh, fuck this game.
Some of the old farts could be cranky bastards, complaining about the heat. So I'd go up to his apartment and fix it. But he was cool. He'd give me this homemade brandy. We used to drink it right out of the mason jars.
He ever talk to you about what he did for a living?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, Frank got diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma. Cancer in his bones. He knew he was dying. After that, he started getting talkative.
You told me originally you found that gun. You want to change your story?
Yeah, Frank gave me the gun, actually. He said it was untraceable.
Yeah, well, it was, until you used it.
What's your question, Detective?
I told you he used it in a crime,
Yeah, so what?
but I didn't tell you which one. Did he?
Yeah, he said it made headlines. He said I'd know it. And he said the case went cold.
Oh. Preppy Jogger case was never solved. Mickey was known to expert on unsolved crimes. Mickey's father was implicated as suspect in the Jogger murder. The Jogger case was public. Yeah, it was public and went unsolved. Vincino's wife confirmed that Briscoe totally blew it on the Jogger case. I think it's this one. I mean, we just talked headlines. Yeah.
What else?
After the deal.
After the deal.
Give me something for the DA, Mickey.
All right. Remember when they shot up Gnocchi Balistreri right in front of Tally's bar? That was Frank. And you know your big collar when you nabbed Billy Delegati? You were so proud. Well, Billy didn't do none of that stuff you sent him up for. It was all Frank. You want proof? Frank's widow still got the guns, only she don't know she got them. They're in a cardboard box underneath the good silver. Mostly 9mm. That was his weapon of choice. Go look, and then we'll talk about the preppy joggers.
Oh. 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 This guy's smarter than he looks. He mentioned that case. He knew Curtis was on the original case and bluffed. Mickey was the murderer. He guessed Curtis was frustrated and looking for someone to blame. He knows details about Vincio and the murder weapon. Yeah, this.
I didn't mention the Central Park case.
I know.
I know.
All right,
Oh.
Mickey. I'll talk to the DA. Meantime, don't leave town.
Very funny, Detective Curtis.
Oh, dude does know a lot.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Benson. What's up? Jesus. I'll be right there.
Oh no! What's going on? You can't say Jesus and just end the scene. What is wrong with you people?
Franklin, put the gun down.
Oh shit.
Closer. I'll blow his head off. Swear to God I will.
Don't aggravate him. He's insane.
Shut up, tyrant.
Easy, Franklin. Easy.
Franklin, it's okay. We just want to talk.
Talk to him, Curtis. Maybe he'll listen to you.
Oh, way to throw him under the bus.
Tell him whatever he wants to hear. Lie to him if you have to. Give up evidence. Whatever it takes to de-escalate the situation.
What? He's standing right there. He hears what you are saying.
Fair warning. I told you. Justice was coming. But you did nothing.
Show their surveillance photo. Tell him police funds are restricted. Tell him you have promising leads. Fuck! We don't have a photo. That's of him. There we go. Yes.
That's not true, Franklin. I followed up on some very promising leads.
Leads, huh? What do you know that I don't already know, Detective?
I haven't exactly been sitting on my ass this whole time. Since I came back, this case is active again.
Fine. Then give me something to make me believe you're doing your homework.
We only have the Frank guy. Dr. Markovich. Yeah.
The name Frank Vincenzo Jr. mean anything to you?
Yes. Yes, it does. That name keeps coming up, but I don't know why.
I can tell you if you'll listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Frank Vincenzo Jr. is a hitman, and he's connected to the gun that killed Harrison and wounded Allison.
I knew it. A hitman.
This is ridiculous. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yes, you do, old man. Tell him, Detective. Slam dunk it.
Lying oversell Mickey's evidence. Be honest. Underplay. Oh no, we've got to oversell this shit.
I got a guy, Mickey Trevino, with incontrovertible evidence connecting the 9mm to Frank Vincenzo Jr. and Frank to the murder.
There's only one way to get justice for my brother.
Don't throw your life away, Franklin.
Why? What do I have to live for? All I want is this. It's all I've wanted for 10 years.
Lion say Allison loves him. The Occupy movement. I will kill you. What? Fuck it. Let's lie.
Allison, she still loves you, Franklin.
What? Allison?
She couldn't show it before, but she can now. But she's unsure. So much time has passed.
If you kill your father, she'll only see you as a murderer.
You'll never be able to prove it to her.
Don't let that happen. Show her how much you care for her and the memory of your brother.
Allison loves me? Okay. Maybe you're right. I guess I just gave up hope that anyone would ever believe me.
Practice trigger safety.
Is that why you threw the mannequin off the bridge?
Yeah, I was with him, trying to convince him to confess when he had his heart attack. When I dropped him off at the hospital, I got the idea to stage his death. I hope maybe the newspapers or bloggers would pick up the story.
You're delusional, son.
Yeah, well, the jury's still out on that, Mr. Bedford.
Well, at least Mr. Bedford's awake, so we can talk shit to him. That was tense. I thought we'd have more gun action, though. EADA.
I've looked through the file, Detective, but I have to admit, I'm not seeing enough to put Giles Bedford away for his son Harrison's murder.
We've got the makings of a good circumstantial case, Mike.
That's not the issue. A jury is going to see Bedford as a grieving father. You're going to have to convince them that he's a murderer.
Let me walk you through how I see it.
Lennie would want us to. Motive. Mickey Trevino. As much as I want to say Lennie, he's not here.
The first question the jury is going to ask is, what's the motive here? Why would Giles Bedford kill his own son?
You got something for us, Curtis?
I have to say yes, but what do we have? The only thing they talked about is he disapproved of her getting knocked up. If that's an option, I'm golden, but I don't know what else they would want. His son was threatening to quit school. His son was planning on defecting to another company. Harrison had killed someone and implicated his own father. Giles discovered his son's girlfriend was pregnant. Ooh, yes. Yes!
Bedford found out his son's girlfriend was pregnant. From what Franklin and Allison have told us, he wasn't a big fan of the relationship.
So he killed his son? How does that add up?
It doesn't, which is why it makes sense.
Is Carmichael crazy? No. Carmichael said she approves his sworn testimony from Vincio. Carmichael is never wrong. Just go with it. Both Trevino and Vincio's widow said the hit went wrong. Oh, she's the old woman. I remember her now. Giles hated his... Mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. Who got that?
She's right. Both Mickey Trevino and Frank's widow have told us independently that the hit went wrong. The widow said Vincenzo never got paid. My working theory is that Bedford paid to have Allison killed, but during the attack, Harrison somehow got in the way.
Uh-oh.
That I can understand. I'm betting a jury can see it that way too.
The whole thing, Lennie would want us. This is bunk. They're throwing this in here to try to confuse you.
Mickey Trevino will testify that Frank Vincenzo Jr. told him he committed this murder.
And Bedford's defense lawyer will throw out the testimony. It's all hearsay, Detective.
Not necessarily, Mike. The statement may fall under one of the hearsay exceptions. Curtis, what can you tell us about it?
I don't know. What are the exceptions?
Yeah.
Okay, there's present sense impression, meaning something that was happening at the moment, within a 30 to 40 second window.
There's also an exception for any statement made as part of a regular business record.
And there's present physical condition, which would be a statement made to anyone about the declarant's current physical condition. Any of those fit Trevino's evidence?
No. Sadly, no.
Sorry. From what I heard, none of those quite fit.
Hang on, there are a few more.
Why did you...
There's another exception for a dying declaration, which apply to any statement made by Vincenzo if he knew he was dying.
Oh, he had
There's also
cancer.
former testimony, which would involve anything Vincenzo said during previous sworn testimony.
And the excited utterance, if Vincenzo said something in the heat of the moment, during or immediately after the crime.
Yeah, because he had cancer. Dying declaration, died utterance, former testimony, excited utterance. There we go.
I think we could work with dying declaration.
Oh, really? Why?
Oh, Rudy. Vincio knew his cancer was fatal and he's dying. Mickey knew Vincio was dying. Vincenzo eventually died. Mickey can verify that Vincenzo made this statement. Yes, he had the bone cancer.
Mickey told me Vincenzo started getting chatty after he was diagnosed with terminal stage cancer.
Unusual, but I think it qualifies. Mike?
I think you could make a jury see that as a deathbed confession. Go with it.
But this... There's no way this all sticks.
I also learned from Bedford's doctor that he's being treated for anxiety.
Interesting, but not definitive. What's he being treated with?
Yeah, it's the binoxidil, amyl nitrate, ketamine, methamphetamine, binaxaline. There we go.
Binaxaline.
That's a pretty common medication. As I understand, there aren't any significant side effects.
No, it has some, but just not heart side effects. Did you all remember that, gamers? I remembered that. I tell you one thing, I'm having side effects of this. I just... This is basic. Studies regarding the side effects of binaxaline are inconclusive. Doctor noted the studies on binaxaline are not complete. Doctor said it had some nasty side effects. Benson said it had nasty side effects. Doctor says...
Actually, his doctor mentioned that binaxaline had some nasty side effects.
And it gets even better, Mike. I remember a case about last year. Newlyweds. She kills him completely out of the blue. Turns out she's on Banaxylene and has these episodes of uncontrollable rage.
Uh-oh.
She stops the meds and suddenly she's fine.
Great story, but how does that help us? Our crime happened 13 years ago.
Curtis, anything that can help us here?
I don't know. Sure. Just living on a prayer right now. Doctor said he first treated Bedford before the shooting. Okay, that's true. Chev Trevino also murdered while... No. Doctor said he started treatment after... No, that's wrong. Allison said Giles was taking... No, she never said that. So the only one that's true is this first one. Oh, I hope this is right. This is...
The good doctor also told us Bedford first took Banaxylene for anxiety in the weeks before the shooting.
We're damn lucky this physician likes to talk.
I think he honestly believes that Bedford has nothing to hide.
All right, Detective. You convinced me. Bedford paid a hitman to take care of a problem for him. His son was a tragic accident, yes, but that doesn't let him off the hook for the murder. And I'm throwing the charge of attempted murder on top. Let's not forget the price paid by Allison Conway and all this.
Oh, shit. Stuff got, serious. I don't even know where this is going to go. Are we going to bust the dad? Somebody's going to have to kill him. I bet the son kills him. We have to have a dramatic ending to this. There's no way they're going to let the series end on something blah. I mean, that's just not them, is it? We'll find out next time. Good night, gamers.